Hello guys, my name is Prince and this is Smart Center. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Post your comments and questions on my social media handles and I'll respond to it. We are on the topic probability. In the previous video, we solved a question on finding the probability of an event after rolling a die. In this video, we will solve another question on finding the probability of an event after tossing a coin and rolling a die together. The question for this video is: an unbiased die and a fair coin are tossed once. A. List the set of possible outcomes. B. What is the probability of having I, an odd number and a head? II, an even number and a head. III, a score less than 3 and a tail. So we have an unbiased die. That means that the faces of this die is numbered from 1 to 6. And a fair coin, meaning that the coin has a head and a tail. And these are tossed once. We are supposed to list the set of possible outcomes, and using these sets of possible outcomes, we are going to find the probability of these events. So let's begin with the first one, the set of possible outcomes. As we've already been told, when we toss a coin once, the possible outcomes are a head and a tail because this is a fair coin. We are also told that the die is an unbiased die, so the faces are numbered from 1 to 6. To get the set of possible outcomes, we draw our table as usual. This time, we are going to use the first column to represent the coin. So we are using C to represent the coin. And the possible outcomes for the coin are a head and a tail, as we have here. We will use the first row to represent the die. So D represents the die. And for the die, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we are going to combine these two to get the possible outcomes. So in the first case, we have a head here and 1 here. So we have a head and 1. When you come to this side, we have a head and 2. So head and 2. Here you have H3, you have H4, H5, and H6. When you come here, we have a tail here and 1. So you have T1, you have T2 here, T3, T4, T5, and T6. So these are the set of possible outcomes. The set of possible outcomes are H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. When you count them, you are going to have a total of 12. So our sample space is 12. So these are the set of possible outcomes. The first question says that we should find the probability of having an odd number and a head. An odd number and a head. So you come to this sample space. We will come to this sample space and we look for an odd number and a head. Remember, odd numbers are numbers that are not divisible by 2. So 1 is an odd number. So we have a head attached to 1 here. So this is part. 3 is an odd number. It has a head here. 5 is also an odd number with a head. So we have 3 of them, H1, H3, and H5. In each of these cases, you can see that we have an odd number and a head. So it means that for this event, the total number of members are 3. Our sample space is 12. So the probability is 3 divided by 12, and this will give us 1 divided by 4. The second question says that we should look for the probability of having an even number and a head. So an even number and a head. Even numbers are numbers divisible by 2. So we have 2 here, we have 2 and a head here, so this is the first one. We have 4 and a head here, so this is the second one. and we have 6 and a head here, and that is the third one. So we have 3 of them. The total is 12. So our probability is 3 divided by the sample space, which is 12. And this will give us 1 divided by 4. The third and final one says that we should find the probability of having a score less than 3 and a tail. So we are looking for a number less than 3. The score here means the number. We are looking for a number less than 3 and a tail. So a number less than 3 and a tail. It means that here we have 1. 1 is less than 3 and it has a tail here, so T1. 2 is less than 3, it has a tail, so T2. So these are the two members that will satisfy this condition, a score less than 3 and a tail. We have 2 of them. The sample space is 12, so the probability is going to be 2 divided by 12, and when you simplify this, we are going to have 1 divided by 6. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. So far, we've solved quite a number of questions on finding the probability of an event. Pick more examples and try your hands on them. In the next video, we are going to consider the multiplication law of probability. Bye-bye.